Imagine paying a fortune for your future home only to see it has lost almost $600,000 in value. And that's what happened with a pre-construction buyer who has purchased a $2.2 million condo and it's worth way less in today's market. And in today's video, we will discuss about the whole scenario, what happened, how you can protect yourself, and if you're someone who are planning to buy into pre-construction project, how you can cover it. And we will also talk about RBC blanket appraisal saving these buyers. Hello everyone, my name is Parth Soni. I'm a realtor based in Ontario. If you are someone who's looking to get into real estate, whether you are a first-time home buyer or investor, you can book a call with me. First link in the description. Now in today's video, we will discuss four things. The first one, what is the scenario why buyers are walking away? The second is the current state of condo market. The third is it 1989 all over again? And fourth, of course, RBC blanket appraisal and how you can protect it and what are the consequences if you go ahead with that. Now, buyers are walking away from their purchases due to a significant difference between their original purchase price and the current appraised value. Now, what I am seeing in the market is that appraisal are coming anywhere between 10 to 30% below the initial contract pricing, leaving buyers unable or unwilling to cover the shortfall. Now let's check out this scenario. A pre-construction buyer bought a luxury condo in 2021 for $2.195 million and paid approximately $439,000. Only to discover recently its condo appraised at $1.6 million. That's a staggering 27% less or $595,000 loss. And just to give you an idea, it's not only a luxury segment, even the regular condos facing the same scenario. Now just imagine if your appraisal comes short of 10% on $1 million condo, that's extra $100,000 out of your pocket, and not everyone has that kind of money after paying deposit and some other fees when buying a condo. And that is just 10%. Most of them are even higher. I have personally had a chat with 5 people in last couple of months who are facing the similar situation. And their appraisal are way less than their purchase price. And even if you close it by coming up with an extra cash, you have to wait for many years just to have that price level. But with the amount of new condo inventory coming into the market, that could be anywhere between 8 to 9 years or more or less, I'm not sure. And for the exact same reason, many buyers are choosing to let go of the deposit and potentially end up in litigation. Now let's check out what is the current state of condo market in Toronto. So just to give you an idea, here I shared the screen. What are the numbers based on the March? If you see over here, 416 and 905 area code over here. So 416 is like core Toronto downtown. Like when this kind of reports are published from the TRAP, that is a Toronto Realtor Board, it overall covers the other municipalities as well. It's not only Toronto, like the city of Toronto, but other municipalities around it as well. So in this one, we have 416 and 905 area. Now, just let's focus on the condo apartment as of right now. In 416, the average price is $716,000, wherein 905 $615,000. That's almost $100,000 less in these two pin codes, basically. And that's almost $100,000 less in these two area code. And total average is $682,000. So this is what happening in the condo market right now. And if we compare change from last year, if you see the average in condo as of right now is negative 2.6%. And this is the very shocking number for all the sellers out there. If you're someone who's buying, you are in a luck right now. So just to give you an idea, like 416 in March, we have seen 927 sales. And in 905 area, we have seen 477 sales. So total up to 1400 condos sold in March of 2025. And that is approximately 23.5% less compared to last year. So that's why inventory is piling up. And if you're a seller, make sure your condo shows really well so it can price it up. Now let's talk about number of pre-construction unit coming to closing until 2027. Now to give you an idea, the total number of condo construction starts in 2024 reached to 9,258 units, and that is the lowest since 2002. So over 20-year period, it's lowest. But condo completion, so there is a difference between condo starts and condo completion. Condo completion in 2024 is record high at 29,800 units. Meanwhile, we are expecting to see completion fall to 20,000 units in 2026, roughly about 16,000 units in 2027, and a shocking 9,500 units in 2028. Now, I'm planning to make a separate video about the pre-construction condo market, like what is happening, what is the future of that, and I firmly believe like back in, I would say roughly about 2029 and 2030, where we will have a shortage of condos and prices started go up eventually at a very high pace. Now imagine a huge storm blowing over Toronto condo market today. This storm is very similar to one that hit a long time ago in 1989. Back then, things went very wrong and many people lost a lot of money in condo market. Now, some of the same problems are happening again. In 1989, Toronto built over 18,000 condos in just 1 year. That was twice as many an year before. And that meant 60 out of every 100 condo builds in 1980 in a period of 10 years were built in only 1 year, that is 1989. And this sudden big building rush was almost because of many people were buying condos as a quick way to make money. Many buyers were only looking to sell later for a bigger profit, and other bought because they got scared of missing out, and some regular families bought them as a safe bet against rising prices. But all this buying caused too many condos to available. Soon, the market was so full that prices fell very fast. Other problems like a deep recession and a new government rules, like I'm not sure if you know, but that's what happened. Like a new tax system, that is a GST, was started in 1991 and made things very worse. And this led to a big collapse where many people lost good amount of money. Now, fast forward today, and the condo market in Toronto are having a tough time again. Because banks are charging more to borrow money, fewer people can afford to buy new condos. In the first half of 2024, the sales of new condo fell to less than half of what they were a year before. Now, this drop means there isn't enough money to start many new buildings or a new project. And the number one reason for that is the interest rate, the extra money you pay when you borrow money. And that is very high. Now, this makes owning a condo too expensive for a lot of people out there. And just to let you know, interest rate is one part of the puzzle. There are other problems as well which contribute to this. Between January and July of 2024, around 19,000 new condos were finished in GTA. And this is a big jump compared to 12,000 units built in the same time last year. And with so many new condos on the market, there are now roughly about over 27,000 unsold condos by the end of 2024. And this means many families are struggling with higher payments on their homes. Even though there are many problems now, the situation is little different from 1989. In 1989, condo prices fell very quickly and dramatically. Today, the decline in prices is happening at a more slower pace. Experts think that the condo resale price might drop by only a few percent in the early part of the next year. And also, you have of course seen that the government is also trying to help with new policies like easier mortgage rules, which might slow down the drop. But I would say this still, the market is under a pressure a lot, and people need to be very careful. In short, Toronto condo market is facing a big problem just it did in 1989, and there are too many condos and not enough buyers, higher cost to borrow, and a tricky economic situation that makes it very hard for families to buy a home. And even though prices are falling, this time it's happening at a more slower pace and the government is trying to help. It is important for everyone, buyers, sellers, investors, to watch what happened in the market closely and act accordingly. And now, this is the thing that is saving so many buyers out there who bought a pre-construction condo, and that is a blanket appraisal of one bank which is giving right now, that is RBC. So let's check out what a blanket appraisal is and what are the consequences. So, blanket appraisal is a financial agreement where the lender finances the loan based on the original purchase price of a newly constructed property rather than a property current appraised value. So let's understand this with an example. Let's say your original purchase price is $1 million and you have paid a deposit of $200,000. Now, as we all know, what happened to the market, and the market value of the same condo dropped from $1 million to $750,000. Now, that gap is filled by the blanket appraisal. So, to give you an idea, what RBC is doing is you have already paid $200,000. So, the new mortgage amount would be $800,000, even though the market value of that condo is $750,000. So, usually, what happens is that when you buy a property, you usually pay a minimum down payment that is something a 5% or 20% or whatever that looks like, but it's never 100% of the price that bank will give you. In this case, it's over 100%. Remember, our market value is $750,000. That is the 100%. And the new mortgage is at $800,000. So it's over 100%, roughly about 107, 108% of the market value. Usually, when you take a loan, it's at 95 to 80%. That is called LTV, loan to value ratio. Now, here's the big concern. Let's say if there is a buyer who took advantage of this program and closed the house or closed the condo or whatever the property looks like, and immediately after closing, they file for a bankruptcy. Now, the market value of that condo is $750,000. The new mortgage is $800,000. And if they file for a bankruptcy or something like that, then whoever is buying that new condo will come at a price point of the market value. So the bank here is at a loss of $50,000 and more. And this might eventually increase the bad debt in their data sheet, which is not good for anyone out there. But here's the positive side of this as well. Let's say if you're a buyer who bought this house for your own primary use, and if you're planning to stay at that place, but because of this new market value, you are not able to close it, then the RBC comes in, they close it. If you're planning to stay there for 5, 10, 15 years, it might be a really nice thing, even though you will be in a negative equity for a good amount of time. But at least you'll be closing that condo and not the litigation by the, the developer. So that's everything in today's video. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you at the next time. Thanks.